You're watching Fox 4 News, and I'm out in St. James City taking a look at the beautiful ocean views. And while it may look beautiful on the surface, there's something growing under the water. I'm Fox 4 senior reporter Kaitlin Knapp. Of course, there's bacteria in the water. It's the Gulf. Really, any body of water has some.
But a Florida study found after Hurricane Ian, there was more of it. And that bacteria, what you may know as Vibrio, killed 8 people in Lee County last year.
Many also call it a flesh-eating bacteria, and it sounds sinister. So I went to the men behind the research, asking them just how safe our beautiful coastline really is.
We need to understand what's going on.
A curiosity for 2 professors at the University of Florida, Antar Jutla, who teaches environmental engineering, and Norman Beatty, specializing in infectious diseases.
Let's just go and check it out.
Alongside other researchers, they set sail in October 2022, days after Ian, to see if there's Vibrio, the flesh-eating bacteria, in the water. They took water and oyster samples from Clam Key, cutthroat clams, and white boof seafood, all in Lee County. Jutla says they were not expecting a lot of the bacteria because
after the hurricanes has passed, so we were like, okay, things were getting normal. Maybe things got flushed more because there is more fresh water that basically got into the bay.
But then the results came back.
Almost every sample had a positive hit for either Vibrio vulnificus or parahemolyticus.
A concerning amount for the researchers. What was even more alarming, the impact it had on people in Lee County.
So with Hurricane Ian, what we found was tremendous uptick in infections in Southwest Florida, and some had amputations of their extremities and even some who lost their life.
In 2022, 28 people got infected in Lee County. 8 died. The CDC says while a little more than half of the fibrosis infections come from eating raw seafood, mainly oysters, the professors say these cases are different.
These individuals were either, wading through storm surge water or actively, in the water during the storm.
And Beatty says if they had a cut or scrape, the flesh-eating bacteria entered their body.
The cases are increasing pretty rapidly over the last 20 years.
But why are we seeing more infections? Jutla says they have an idea and believes part of it comes back to climate change.
Terrestrial flows of the water basically lowered the salinities, increased nutrients, and since we already had warm waters during that time frame, that probably led to these pathogens.
With more infections and a higher risk of it, I asked if our water is safe. They say it's not an easy answer.
It's less likely that Vibrio species are circulating, on our recreational beaches.
The bacteria can be found in warm seawater or brackish, a mix of fresh and salt.
If I had a wound infection, or if I had a minor scrape on my leg, I would probably stay away from the coastal water. We are still trying to answer more questions that our initial results basically posed us.
So our water is safe, but you still need to be cautious. If you have a cut or a scrape, you should probably avoid taking a dip. To check out the full study, you can head to our website right now, fox4now.com. Reporting in Lee County, Kaitlin Knapp, Fox 4.